Hey everybody, I'm just Q, and I'm back with some more reverse 1999 content. I want to apologize. I've actually been sick for the past few days. I actually got COVID, so I say past few days, but it's actually been almost about a week and some change now, and it's been pretty rough. But I didn't want to leave everyone hanging with 1.3 coming very soon, so let's talk about everything 1.3 upcoming and summons and everything. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. So first things first. Um, while I got sick, as you can see, I have Centurion. I did not have Centurion on my paid account where I put money into the game. I didn't have her, but I actually summoned on the thread banner. Wasn't going to, and I told you guys I wasn't going to. Going to the wrong place because my brain scattered. But I summoned for one of the threads because I knew I needed a beast DPS, and I got lucky and I got Centurion. So let's first talk about Centurion, as this is more important. So as you can see, I already have Centurion R3, level 30, and the only thing I need to do right now is actually finish resonating her to 10, so that way I can use her in most content. Just that's just a general level to get people to general resonance level. But she's coming up, so we have a banner for 1.3. All banners are going to be, of course, Kala or Black Dwarf, Shamani or Shemaine, depending on how you pronounce it, and then also Centurion. Centurion actually is coming tomorrow. I'm recording this video on the 15th, January 15th. So let's talk about this banner. So I'm actually screen recording, so that's why you see the borders of my blue stacks, and you'll have Centurion on the banner along with X and DK. So it kind of depends on you and whether or not number one, these two 5 stars are something that you're looking into kind of building out, fleshing out a little bit more. And then, whether or not you still need a beast DPS. So the reason why I'm throwing this out here with, them announcing Centurion coming is because, um, for one, if you saw me summon for Jessica, um, here's my Jessica. If you saw me summon for Jessica, you would also know that I also got Ann Lee. I missed the 50-50. I got lucky. I didn't miss my 50-50 early, but I also now I have Ann Lee. I haven't built her up because I didn't have mats for her, so there's no reason for me to just go ahead and stretch my account further than needs to be, or overspend on my energy. But point being is I got her by accident. So same thing could happen if you know are going for Centurion. Who knows? But same thing couldn't happen. So it kind of depends on your account. So this kind of goes into everything, and I don't want to repeat it because everyone knows that I tend to mainly say the same thing when it comes to should you summon and should you summon videos than me just talking about 1.3 in general here. Again, let's go to the next two characters that are coming up, which would be, of course, Kala and Shemaine. So Kalabana, being a mineral DPS. If you don't have a mineral DPS, this is going to be a character that you are thinking about going for. Obviously, for me, that's exactly why I have my account kind of pulled up here, so that way everyone can see why I'm going for her. So in terms of my star, I still use Regulus. That's no problem for me right now. So especially with her ultimate, she can pretty much help the team dodge damage, and it takes a lot of pressure off my Tooth Fairy when I'm running Tooth Fairy with her. So Tooth Fairy actually doesn't have to heal as much. I can still throw out a lot of crit assisting cards. So that's what I have going on with my star team. And then for my plant team, obviously I just got Jessica. And then for my beast team, now I have Centurion. I just need to finish resonating her. And then for mineral, I have my bloom party healer, and I'm probably going to use like Sinetto somewhat as a support for now. I mean, I would say still helps. It's a free buff, and I don't have a full on DPS, so I'm gonna go for Kala. That's just me. Like, so I'm just trying to flesh out all my teams, so everything's pretty much set. I have teams and I can consistently clear limbo. Like for me right now, since I don't have that DPS for mineral, it's keeping my team from being like more so consistent. So like I might do like clear, 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 and then a miss here and there, and then a clear, clear, clear. Something's kind of like that. Like that's kind of how my team is. I would say a 80-85% clear rate of limbo. So again, back with Kala and Shemaine, and then now you have again Centurion coming. So now you have to make a choice. So usually, again, I wouldn't make the should you summon premise ever, because again, I usually say, number one, if this is a character you really really like, go for them, or number two, again, look at your account, base your assumptions off of your account. Now, the reason why this changes is because everyone also has been following CN server, which is now in 1.6. And I'm just going to pull up another tab here so you guys can follow along. Pull up Perdwin. And now we're going to go to our, mineral. And then Ju. Jun Yangzi. And I hope I pronounced that right. So I've been trying to practice that because I knew I was going to get on the mic sick trying to pronounce it. So, but Jun Yangzi. And she is apparently somewhat power creeping, or it depends on your preference. And I'm not going to talk about power creep too much. It's a whole conversation, and it's going around everywhere. We'll talk about that later. But if you feel as though, and also she's the first limited character for Reverse 1999. So again, banner's gonna go away. Not gonna be she's not gonna be added to the general pool, is what I've been understanding. So it kind of depends on what you want to go for, because again, you could actually, it depends on, in which I can't tell on the banner. So I guess let me phrase it this way to everyone. I'm gonna pull up my my BlueStacks multi instance. So I have a CN server account. This is going to be the first of not many times I'm going to mention it, because right now I'm basically building it up free to play. A lot of the content creators that I watch, they started in 1.3, so I'm starting in 1.6. I'm starting 3 patches later, so I got to play catch up, finish everything, catch up with everything, finish all the general beginner stuff, and then eventually I'll be caught up. So I don't know, maybe around about patch 1.9 my account be more fleshed out, hopefully beating limbo, things like that, and I'll be able to show it to everyone. But long story short, I've been testing out Jun Yangzi, so because I did get her on my new account. So the thing is again, she is a limited character, and she isn't. So number one, her banner could come back. Colin's banner could come back at any point in time. But then also, again, if you miss a 50-50, either going for Jew or going for any other character in the future, you could still get Colin. So it kind of depends on you if you're a free-to-play player or a person that puts money into the game. If you're pay to win, I hate to use the term pay to win, but if you're a paid player in general like me, you really don't care, because you're going to get every single character that you want. Like, that's just how it is. But if you're free to play and you want Jew and you can skip Kala, then hey, you can skip her and maybe go for Shemaine if you want. Shemaine as well. Kind of depends on you, but I mean, obviously we have 3 patches left, 4.1.4, 1.5, and 1.6, with which we will be encountering Jew. So it kind of depends on you as a free-to-play player or a low spender, how you want to face this dilemma of the Kala Bana versus Jun Yangzi situation. Again, we're not going to talk about power creep or anything like that, because I believe each and every single character in this game has a place for their talents, and a place with which they should be used, or someone else should be used. That's just how it is. And over time, everybody's going to eventually get Kala anyway, I would think. So, and then you would think to either use her, not use her. And that's just how it's going to be. And eventually we probably won't talk about it ever again. So, but since there's so many different characters, you got Shimane, you got Kala, and then you also have Centurion, you still have to think, like, what should I do with my limited resources? So, again, here's the way I'm thinking about it. I need a mineral DPS, so I'm going for Kala. That's just how it is. I'm more so interested in, again, let's go to our limbo. I'm more interested in consistently finishing limbo. That is a goal that I would go for first. It's the same with that my new free-to-play account on CN, because I'm paying the developers on my main account. There's no reason for me to pay them twice. The only reason I would put extra money in on CN is if I just really want to try a character out and have that increased knowledge to impart onto you guys and girls. But anywho, I want to be able to finish limbo consistently, because obviously we get materials, we get summons, and that that helps me a lot. That's the same premise that I have for my free to play account. So when I'm looking at my crew, I'm thinking, what's going to help me consistently finish Limbo for my free resources that I'm going to save up for every single banner in the future. And that's just how it is. So, and then the same thing, once 1.5 comes in and we have raids, what's going to help me increase my grade on, raid A, for whatever reason, we're going to pick a raid. And then eventually when you have the other raids, or, then I'll focus on other raids, is my point. Then I'm going to say what's going to help me on raid B. So that way I can get the best possible grade on raid B, start from one point, end at another point. So that's pretty much how I'm looking at it. So for right now in 1.3, I already have my beast character because I summoned on the thread. So now I need my mineral DPS. So that's the way I think everybody should face it. I hate to have essentially made like kind of like a repeat video, but it was a lot of information coming at once, especially with them releasing, like I said, the Centurion banner information over on their Twitter. So Centurion coming tomorrow. And then for me, another reason why I probably wouldn't summon on this banner, which everyone knows, at least for my main account, my X already P5, so there's no reason for me to even go and worry about that. I don't think I have any copies in my. Do I have any copies into my DK? I got one copy in my DK, but yeah, I don't really use DK that much. I mean, right now I'm looking at her just to figure stuff out. I mean, she is usable. I've seen people even use her in Limbo, so it's not like she's not a usable character. I just personally don't use her right now. Like I said, mainly because my beast team wasn't like built up. So I'm hoping in the future, because I don't have the banner list for CN, but I know people have been talking about Medicine Pocket coming. So the thing is I need my beast healer. So it's another thing I have to have in the back of your mind. If you don't have, pull up call over here, so we have both pages on here. But if you don't have, say for instance, we'll take Jew off and go to characters again. If you don't have Medicine Pocket, then maybe you might want to summon on Medicine Pocket's banner when she comes back around, or comes around. So, and that's the thing, which trust me, I've been thinking about it, because obviously Jew's banner is going to be coming in 1.6, and I don't want to summon that much, even though I'm still going to put money into the game on my paid account and whatnot, just to get everything that I want. I mean, that's just how it is, but I'm mainly focused on obviously doing 200, maybe even 300 summons on Jew. Depends on how I feel when that comes around. I don't know. But the more that I can basically pre-save just from playing the game in general, the more summons that I can kind of meet myself with when I put money into my main account. So that's just me. But for the most part, even when I do get copies of Jew, I'm going to keep her P0 so I can basically give a clean representation of what her abilities are, and give a clean representation of what Kala's abilities are, and then also give my perfect reviews. And I say perfect in terms of just saying what they can do at Portrait 0. What character A can do, what character B can do, and what my general consensus is of both characters at base level. That's it. And with that information, everyone can do what they want. But I want to be able to give everyone a clean representation of the character, versus like, oh, well, I P5 this character and this is the height of their damage. Like, that does nothing to someone who can't spend money in the game. That does nothing to someone who can only spend a little money in the game. So I want to just give a general consensus of base level stats, and then you can kind of take your assumptions, or I would rather say predictions, on whether or not they can, better help your account at a higher level if you want to put more materials or resources into it, more summons into their banner. But that's pretty much it, everybody. So just remember, don't forget to just look at your account. I know this is hard because everyone has this sometimes FOMO thing, like fear of missing out, for, newer characters or upcoming characters. I mean, global, we're behind by roughly 3 patches, I believe it is, which is not that bad, honestly. And I don't mind it. It gives me time to prepare for certain things, so you got to look at it that way. But at the same time, don't forget to just focus on you. Focus on your account. There's always going to be someone saying, oh, I got this better, and I'm, I've been spending my resources. Like, maybe you need to just make another account or something like that. I mean, I would just say, just drown them out. Just play the game. It's a game at the end of the day, and You guys know when you're here, all I want you to do is be happy. I'm spreading smiles and happiness and joy because number one, life's too short, and number two, we're playing video games here. So if the game's not making you happy, then I don't know what else will at this point, or maybe you should just not be playing this game. But yeah, I mean, hey, this is for us to kind of joke around, kid around, have fun with friends, and play a game. Just enjoy our time here. But that's it. Just don't forget to focus on what you need. And again, if there is a waifu or a husbando that you're going for, hey, go for them. We already know that's top rules here. That's what makes the game fun. But then once you get done with that, don't forget to get what you need, especially if you're free to play, so you can complete limbo and everything. Get your resource grinding in, and then over time you'll be able to summon for a character and just full blown go out on them if you want to. I've seen some people do some crazy things like save it for a year and then at anniversary of a game just spend all their free to play resources and get all types of things. So I mean, just depends on you. But again, don't forget to have fun and stay happy always. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.